And it's a very good morning to the Gelding. And Gelding, we're going a day early. Right. It's a Friday. I hope everybody's keeping track of what we're doing. Otherwise, they'll miss out.
Yes. Good morning, Professor. Good morning, listeners. Yeah, grand final eve. Well, Professor, it's not up to us to change the routine. We've had to fit in with the racing fixtures, haven't we?
Well, how could you ignore evening where there's 5 group races on, including the Group 1 Manikato Stakes?
Exactly, Professor. So to our listeners, I suppose we apologise, but all we're doing is trying to give you comments on what we regard as the best meeting of the weekend.
Well, and those viewers who do follow us Gelding religiously, there's been plenty of tweets and Facebook posts and LinkedIn posts telling people that we'd be on at 11 o'clock this morning. So hopefully they've not sleeping in on this grand final eve. Maybe they're heading off to the parade. We'll just get in before they head off.
Oh, yes, but they've got a bit of time up their sleeve tonight, Professor. The first race is until 6:15, so, they should be nice and bright and early.
That's right, Gelding. It's an 8-race card at Moonee Valley. As you said, the first at 6:15, the last at a very convenient 9:45, so you can get home, have a nice sleep, and then head off to the MCG tomorrow.
Is the footy marathon on tonight, Professor?
I'll have a look. I hope it is, Gelding.
Yeah, I've got to see the 67 grand final again, don't I?
Well, the 2021 grand final, there's finally a grand final for Melbourne people to look at.
Very good, Professor. I like it. All
right, Gelding. The feature race, as I said, the race 7, the Manikato Stakes, over 1,200 metres for 3-year-old horses and above. A Group 1 worth $2 million. So finally, Gelding, we've got a Group 1 race that's worth a bit of money.
It's fantastic to see, Professor. Great value. You've also got a $500,000 race for a Group 2 with only 4 runners in it, Professor.
Oh, too bad we're not racing tonight, Gelding.
Well, you run last and you get 50,000 or 25,000, Professor. If you run fourth, not bad.
That's good if you can get it, Gelding.
Well, maybe hopefully we're getting ready for some money to come in, Professor.
Yes.
But it's good to see the good horses back. And as we said, a Group 1 race that has significant prize money. And I will say one thing about the Moonee Valley Racing Club moving it to tonight's meeting, which I'm still a bit strange. It's not, can't be figured around a bit closer, but it puts it more in line now for the Everest in Sydney, which is run in mid-October. So now, of course, we're getting all the horses that are now trying to find a slot in the Everest. So you're getting a good field. And tonight is certainly a good field.
Yeah, it is, Gelding, it is. All right. The track's a good 4, the rail's out 3 metres. What are your 2 best bets for this evening's race meeting, Gelding?
Well, Professor, I had a look at the ones, and I've got to admit I do like the main races. I'm going Pride of Jenny in race 4, number 4. Pride of Jenny, beaten last week by Mr. Brightside. Very worried about Mr. Brightside tonight, but I'm hoping Pride of Jenny can turn the tables, Professor. Round about the $2. Pride of Jenny will be in front. I think the turnaround, now this is going to sound a bit strange. Pride of Jenny's form at Moonee Valley is 1 start for 1 second. Mr. Brightside has had 5 starts at the track for 3 wins in a second, and that second was in a Cox Plate, beating a Nostril. So it's got a fantastic record, Mr. Brightside at Moonee Valley. However, it just caught Pride of Jenny last time at Flemington, and that was on a slow track. We had plenty of rain. So, and Mr. Brightside has got a sensational record on slow and heavy tracks, Professor. But I just like Pride of Jenny tonight on a firmer track, and it looks like it's going to be a lovely day. today and a lovely day tomorrow for the grand final. So on a good 4 track, we'll go race 4, number 4, Pride of Jenny. Then we'll go to the main race, the Manikato Stakes, which there's been 5 or 6 horses we've backed in the past. Professor, Hasagi, Growing Empire, Coleman, Estorella, V8. But look, I'm going your trainer, Professor, and your jockey. Coleman, Moody, Coleman, and Nolan combination in I Wish I Win. This horse was motoring home over 1,000 in the Moya. Gets up to 1,200 tonight. I just think this is a horse that's second up. Professor, how's this for a record? You've had 22 starts for 7 wins, 7 seconds, and 5 seconds, and you've won almost $12 million. So every time you're going out for a run, you win $500,000. That in itself's not bad. You then have a look at it over the distance of 1,200 metres. It's had 9 starts for 3 wins, 4 seconds, and 2/3. So never run placed over 1,200 metres. Second up, it's had 7 starts for 1 win, 5 seconds, and a third, Professor. So never missed a place being second up. You're getting $5 for a win, Professor. So I think I Wish I Win is an each-way certainty and very confident that it can regain its mantle as the top sprinter in Australia tonight, Professor. So my 2 are race 4, number 4, into race 7, number 1. And you like?
Yes, Gelding, I'm going very early on the card in race 1 and race 2 for my selections. Race 1, the Vobis Silver Handicap, a 3-year-old race open, over 1,200 metres. I like horse number 7, Thames. Gelding coming out of barrier 2. It's had 3 starts for 2 wins, so a 67 win and place rate. It's a Lonhro filly. It won its last 2, including a handy 2-length win at Cranbourne, where the sectionals were rather impressive over the last 400. Gelding plus 10.2 lengths over the last 400. I'll take that any day of the week, and it certainly finished like an express train. Car in the saddle, the Blue Army training it up. Great each way odds, Gelding. Currently you can get fixed $7.50 and $3.10.
Oh, I like it, Professor. Gets in on the limit weight. Just Car, back in form and about to get a holiday, so she'll like to get some spending money, I think, while she's away. And as we said, listeners are probably getting sick of hearing us about the Blue Army, but they've got that many horses, they can put them in their right races. So I do like it. Bit of a danger, probably your trainer in Peter Moody with Gallant Son, but I do, as you're saying, at round about the $8 value, Professor, a beautiful each way bet.
Yeah, yes, Gelding. Carr and James Cummings in career form at the moment, both over the last 50 races got an 18% win rate, so I'll take that to the bank every day of the week.
Yep.
Race two, Gelding, the Drummond Golf Handicap, a benchmark 84 over 1,200 metres. I like in this one, horse number 4, Barracuda, coming out of barrier 10, Gelding, had 6 starts for 4 wins and 2 placings, so it's never been out of the money, Gelding. I like that. That's a tick to start with.
Yep.
A win ranking of 67%. I like that one too. This campaign, Gelding, 3 wins and 2/3, including a last race third at Flemington. It got swooped on a sweeper's track. And how do I know that, Gelding? Because we backed Nadal in that race. And Nadal got chewed up and Barracuda only just got run over the top of. So I think it's good each-way odds at $4.20 and $1.75. It's a schnitzel, Gelding, and everybody wants a schnitzel.
Yeah, everyone wants a schnitzel. And if you can't get a schnitzel, you get a half schnitzel and get a Seamus award, don't you?
Yes, Gelding. The Threat, War Machine, it's got an excellent record. It's won its last 3. It's first up, Gelding. I'm hoping that Barracuda will have the fitness just to get over the top of War Machine. Benny Allen's in the saddle, trained by Leo and Troy Corstens and Will Larkin. and they're in career form, 14% over the last 50.
Yeah, doing well, Professor. I like them. So you're going early, but I've got plenty of time to put the bets on, have I?
Yes, you do, Gelding. You've got a few hours up your sleeve, Gelding. All right, so
beautiful.
My 2, race 1, horse 7, Thames, into race 2, horse 4, Barracool. Now, the Professor's Parlay, I'm hanging my head in shame, Gelding. I let us down badly last week. You perfectly tipped Autumn Glow. It saluted, and then it was just a matter of us counting the money as far as I was concerned. And then we ran into a headwind, Gelding. The Buccaneers. Yes. Oh, dear, the Buccaneers and the Raiders. Your Raiders, Gelding, they let me down. I should have listened to you.
Yeah. I was hoping, Professor. Yes. I was hoping.
Yeah, I know, Gelding. Honestly, Gelding, when you sent me that text and I was at the football and I saw that we got up, I said to the person I was with, oh, well, the Professor's Parlay's up, we're home. And you were quite moderate in your text to me, Gelding. So
well.
Bad luck.
Bad luck. That's racing.
That's racing, football. Gelding. Well, that's the NFL. Anyway, we're not shying away, Gelding. So that's 17 winning parlays from 38 starts. So we're down to 44%. So we're at least we're at least gently tumbling down the hill, Gelding.
Oh, Professor, it's I want to pump you up on it. Like, don't be disheartened at 44%. You know, when you're trying to get 3 out of 3, is you're fantastic rate. Like it is, as we said, professional punters work on a 30% win rate just on the horses, and you're taking that in then 2 sports to it, and you're down in the mouth over a 44% thing. I'm sure a lot of professional tipsters would love a ratio of 44%.
Well, we're going to try and improve it this week, Gelding.
Yeah, we'll try and get it back up.
Yeah. All right. So this week, the bet of the day is race 4, horse 4, Pride of Jenny, for all the reasons you spoke about before, Gelding. And we're going to parlay that. We're not shying away from the NFL. We're going back. We're going to dip into the same barrel, Gelding.
Oh, I like the NFL, Professor.
All right. So these will parlay that into the New York Jets playing at home to beat the Denver Broncos. New York Jets are 5th in the AFC. They've won 2 out of 3. They've got a plus 15 points differential. Denver Broncos are 11th in the AFC. They've only won 1 of 3, plus 6 point differential. I think the key to this is the New York Jets playing at home, Gelding, and Aaron Rodgers at quarterback for the New York Jets. They look a completely different team with him in charge. The bookies think it too. 7.5 points, so a converted touchdown, more than a converted touchdown. Yep. Gelding.
So half a point over a converted touchdown, yeah.
Exactly, Gelding. And we'll parlay that into the San Francisco 49ers playing at home to beat the New England Patriots. San Francisco are the best one-win team in the competition, Gelding.
Well, Professor, the last couple of years they've been right up there.
Yeah, and I think they'll be
contention.
And they'll be back up there, Gelding. Just taking a little bit of time to hit their form. The New England Patriots, although they're only 10th and they've won 1 of 3, Gelding, they've got a minus 18 points differential, and only one team has scored fewer points than them. So I don't think you can be in that mode when you go and play San Francisco, because they'll usually score 30 plus.
Yep. And the Patriots have been such a good side, Professor, but now without the guns, so they're going through a rebuilding stage.
Yeah, they are, Gelding, and the bookies have got San Francisco 10.5 points, so that's a field goal and a half a point more than a converted touchdown. So I think that speaks for itself. Yeah,
I think you're spot on the mark, Professor. Very confident of you in the NFL this week. So the pressure's on me with the horses, I think.
All right, Gelding. So the parlay is race 4, horse 4 tonight, Pride of Jenny, into the New York Jets to beat the Denver Broncos, into the San Francisco 49ers to beat the New England Patriots. The win parlay currently showing 3-1, Gelding. The place parlay currently showing 3-2.
Beautiful. Nice little ones. And a good way to start the weekend.
A very good way to start the weekend, Gelding. And what are your thoughts on tomorrow's grand final? Will it be the Sydney Swans, South Melbourne, or will it be the Brisbane Lions, Fitzroy?
Well, Professor, I'm I think the Swans' form all year has been fantastic. They had a bit of a lull there coming back into it, but seem to have got their form together. 2 impressive wins up at the SCG, so will be hard to beat. And I know their things, but look, at the start of the year, I picked Brisbane to win the whole thing. So, was a bit worried early in the year the way they started, but they've certainly got their form back together again, Professor. My only worry with Brisbane is always their key big forwards in Danaher and not Rockcliffe, who's the other one, number 30. But look, Danaher's had some fantastic games, Professor, so playing fantastically in finals. So look, I think it's an even game. Would be happy for a couple of boys up in Sydney for Sydney to win. But I've tipped Brisbane all year, so I'll stick with that.
All right, Gelding. I'm hopeful that the Lions will get up for sports fan Stan.
Yes.
So we'll see how it goes. It's going to be a great day. Wish the best to both teams. And
hope for a very good, and I hope it's a nice close grand final, Professor.
And what about Melbourne Storm tonight? That one snuck under the radar. Friday night rugby at Olympic Park.
Fantastic fixturing, isn't it, by them to, be able to get a game and just, as we said, the crowd's down there. So, yeah, fantastic. And hopefully, will it be Melbourne Storm and Penrith, Professor? Wouldn't that be a great grand final?
I think it will be, Gelding. I think it will be. The two strongest teams over the last few years, that's for sure.
Yeah, and very, very good. It'll be a very good game, that one. But what you reckon, Storm will get over the Roosters tonight?
Yeah, I think they will, Gelding. I think Craig Bellamy's had a great year as a coach. Is
he the best coach in any sport in Australia?
I'd have to be, wouldn't he, with what he's got? Like he makes champions out of blokes we've never heard of before.
Year after year, he's got them up there.
Yeah. All right, Gelding. Well, good luck to GM Racing tonight, and until Saturday week, it's good luck